guys, I'm Janet.
And I'm Richard.
And you're watching Within the Frame. So today we have a special guest at the end, so make sure to stick around for that. But first we're talking about some AZ news.
Yeah, we got The Covenant releases on February 7th on video on demand. So check that out, guys, if you got nothing better to do, which, let's be real, you don't after the Super Bowl.
Well, The Covenant was actually directed by a guest that we had, Robert Conway. And so if you were able to see that show, that time we talked about his horror Christmas.
His Krampus film.
Krampus.
And Robert Conway is awesome, guys, so support him.
Yeah, so check that out, video on demand. We'll have a link down below after the show's over. And next, we're going to talk about Dr. Wanker. It's a web series filmed in Arizona. We actually have 2 crew members that worked on that series, so it's kind of cool. Did you check out the web series?
I only got to check out one. Did you watch it?
Well, I think there's only one that's out right now.
Oh, there is?
Okay.
Okay.
One episode.
So now I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I was going through all this stuff for today, and I was watching. I was like, okay, I don't have time to watch anymore. So.
Yeah. So the directors from that web series actually directed Witch Child, which is another film that we talked about before.
Yes, it is.
So it's really cool. So check them out.
It's weird, the little circle of people that you meet in Arizona. You know?
Yeah.
It's not a big circle, but it's a cool circle.
Yeah, so check that one out. It's kind of like a comedy. It's about like a theater director. Well, I guess I don't know if the whole series is going to be about that, but the first episode was about a theater director that gets fired. So it's kind of funny. And the very last thing that we're going to talk about for AZ News is the Dark Dignity package that our producer Kevin put together. Like our last show, we had Dark Dignity guests. Yep. It's like you say the same word over and over.
There's so many D's in that sentence. Dark Dignity guests. Wait, there's only 2 D's.
But yeah, so their movie premiered last Tuesday with a bunch of other trailers and shorts. And actually, the guest that we have today, his film trailer was at the premiere. So we're gonna go ahead and run that.
I just want to thank everybody again for being out here. This has been more than a passion project. As you all know, I'm an extremely passionate person, but everybody involved with this, I have not seen this amount of dedication to one project all in one place at one time happen just at this level. So I'm very grateful for that.
2 Arizona filmmakers premiered their recent short film during a screening event held at the Harkins at Metro Center in Phoenix, January 31st. Ava Lewis and Cassandra Nicholson produced the movie Dark Dignity and created the premiere event, which included trailers, sneak peeks, and other shorts produced by various Arizona filmmakers. Over 200 people attended the event, which demonstrated the creativity and talents found within the Arizona film industry.
I thought this event was really cool. This event was a great way for local filmmakers to rally together, just have a fun night to sit together and enjoy each other's work. And it's always good. It's always good to get the Arizona community back in one room together, watching films. Always good. Always helpful.
I think it's important and exciting to be able to celebrate the work that people do, because especially in Arizona, you know, we're a smaller film community, so you don't always get that opportunity to be able to showcase your work or to get the pizzazz that goes with it.
Proceeds from the event were donated to the Phoenix Screenwriters Association, a nonprofit organization which connects local writers with other filmmakers. The event represented efforts by hundreds of filmmakers to bring movies to the Arizona public.
By my rough estimate, that list represents the work of more than 300 filmmakers, from directors and writers and producers and actors to grips and gaffers and sound mixers and cinematographers and crafty and makeup and hair and production assistants and all the parents and spouses and loved ones who support them. So we're all here not just because we value or believe in the value of independent film. We're all here because we believe in the immense value of Arizona independent film. And I just really wanted to thank you all for supporting our efforts.
Kevin Perry, Within the Frame.
Hey guys, so I hope you guys like that. Let us know if you went to the premiere, what you thought about it in the comments below.
And now we're going to move on to some other news. Big one that dropped over the week. It really like a bomb, just dropped. It hurt. The
like
internet.
Nuclear bomb all
you
over
could feel you could feel the internet just shout out in terror, and it was just suddenly silenced. Ben Affleck has dropped out of directing Batman.
Don't cry.
I actually don't
It's
care.
okay.
Actually, you know what?
What?
Okay,
Really?
I care, but I don't care. It's like, I don't blame Ben Affleck for dropping out. Because after, like, he could not go 5 minutes on the red carpet of promoting Live by Night without somebody asking, what's the progress on the Batman? And he'd be like, we're working on it. Now they ask him a question about the movie. It's going well. Live by Night. 5 minutes later. So how's that Batman movie coming out? Nothing's changed in 5 minutes, guys. They're not going to have a script ready in a day. So
that's why you think he dropped out?
I just think, I think it was a combination of just, there was so much pressure about it and they were trying to rush him. And Ben Affleck's not a guy that works like that. And I wouldn't want him to work like that.
Well, just because you get a lot of pressure doesn't mean you have to fall through with that pressure. I mean, he could have just been like, yeah, nothing's going on right now, and still done his process.
But there was a combination of that, and also that I think, how hard it must be for someone to write, direct, act, and produce a movie like that, and especially doing a Batman movie, if he's got to stay in physical shape to be Batman, plus directed. Directing from the bat suit must be super uncomfortable. And then also just the amount of, he probably would have to work out while doing storyboards, while prepping all this is just too much for one person. Ben Affleck he's quite a specimen, but he's not a Superman. He's a Batman for that reason.
God.
and honestly, because, but it does speak to a problem is that DC just keeps losing directors. Like, they've lost the Flash director twice. They lost a director for Wonder Woman before they got Patty Jenkins, which I think is for the better. The only stable one in this relationship seems to be Aquaman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aquaman has cast 3 people over the weekend. We have now Black Manta, Aquaman's mother, and his father cast. And, it's funny that, Zack Snyder's still staying on as Superman and Justice League. For some reason, we can't get rid of David Ayer. I don't know why that can't happen.
Oh my God, whatever.
DC...
No, I honestly don't think that's the reason why Affleck left. I feel like that's too of a kind of superficial way of thinking about it. Like, obviously he knew going into it was going to be a lot of pressure and he was going to have to do all this stuff. So I'm thinking it's definitely like DC's way of handling directors. This
Warner
is
Brothers,
obviously, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt that.
There's something going on there.
I think Warner Brothers is trying to rush another Batman movie, which, honestly, we don't need another Batman movie, guys. We've had 9. We have a Lego one coming out next week. How many, I love Batman, don't get me wrong. Everyone thinks I don't like Batman, but I love Batman. What superhero fan doesn't love Batman? But I'm done. I'm full. I've had my fill. Give me something new. Give me give me that new Green Lantern movie. Give me Shazam. Give me Aquaman. The whole reason we're doing a DC cinematic universe is so we don't have to not do a superhero movie every time Batman starts falling out of popularity. I don't know.
No, I totally agree. There's a lot of characters in that universe that we need to continue to explore.
Where's my Static Shock movie? What the hell?
I don't even know who that is, but yeah, let's go see that.
You don't know who Static Shock is?
No.
Did you not watch the Kids WB as a kid?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Huh.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't I look like a jerk? Again, you didn't know who Guardians of the Galaxy were, so...
What?
Before, are you telling me that in 2012 you knew who the Guardians were before that movie?
No one did.
Yeah, so see, no one did. So you can make a good superhero movie out of anything.
I didn't say you couldn't.
I know, I'm just messing with you. Speaking of superheroes, guys, before Janet takes over the next segment, I want to say watch Powerless on NBC and Riverdale on the CW. Both are really good. You should check them out. Especially Powerless, because it's something different for DC and it's really cute.
And he has a huge crush on Vanessa Ann Hutchins now.
She's cute. She's there's nothing wrong with that. Plus, she's really funny. I was amazed at how funny she was. Her and Zac Efron are great comedic talents.
Yes, agreed. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the SAG Awards. Did you watch them? Because honestly, I did not.
I watched a little bit of it. I was doing a little bit of writing while watching it. I was going on and off. It was really shocking that Hidden Figures won the ensemble, which is essentially their version of the Best Picture award.
Yeah.
But it's also not shocking because I don't think La La Land, I don't even remember if it was nominated, but it's really not an ensemble movie.
Well, Emma Stone got Best Leading Actress for La La Land.
She got Best Leading Actress. But Hidden Figures, I think, that and Moonlight were the ones that were
But can you, disagree? That ensemble, though?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yes. I just saw it, and we're going to do a short review on Hidden Figures at the end. But, yes, ensemble was on point.
And Stranger Things won the Best Drama Television.
Yes.
That was, because they lost.
Those kiddos, I love them.
I was really happy for them because they lost the Golden Globe, and I understood they were going to win the Golden Globe.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they won I don't think they won the Emmy. I think they lost that too. So, it was good for Stranger Things.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
They had a dance off. I didn't see the SAG Awards, but I saw the after party videos, and they had a dance off with
the kids from
the Blackish.
Yeah, the Blackish.
Yeah,
kids
and I think another. TV
Wasn't it
show.
The Real O'Neills or something like that?
I don't remember, but that was fun. It was
And
so fun.
also, guys, speaking of Stranger Things, the first trailer for the second season will premiere during the Super Bowl this weekend.
So many trailers during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's, we got Transformers just released one today. Might have a new Spider-Man one. Maybe Baywatch.
Maybe Ghost in the Shell.
No, we know for certainly Ghost in the Shell, but who cares about that, right? Am I right?
No. I'm so looking forward to that.
Okay. But speaking of trailers, we actually did have a big trailer drop on Monday. This is the trailer, probably one of the most anticipated films of the year.
Everyone's going crazy over it. It's Beauty and the Beast.
That's why they're going crazy over it, because it's Beauty and the Beast.
No, I know, but I didn't think that this many people, even
Are you kidding?
No, I mean, I knew there was going to be a huge crowd that would love it, but then, people that I had no idea even cared about Disney movies are, now, yes, sharing this trailer.
Beauty and the Beast, that's a movie that, everybody loved as a kid. And when even adults who saw it back in the day loved it because it was so good. It was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture. And it still holds up. The original still holds up so well. And to see it come to life, I had the biggest stupid smile on my face the whole time. Especially when you see, the part where they're doing Be Our Guest.
Yeah.
I was like, ah! So good.
Oh, wow.
And it just, what's funny is that, we knew Emma Watson playing Belle. I was always in favor of that. I was always on board, so that's really exciting.
She's perfect.
And then Dan Stevens is really going to blow up because he plays the Beast, and he also is the lead in that new Marvel FX show Legion.
Oh, really?
So he's going to have a really good month coming up.
Yeah.
And yeah, what did you think of the trailer?
I mean, I love them. All the songs that are coming in the trailers are exciting, and
What did you think of the cover of Beauty and the Beast by Ariana Grande and John Legend?
Yeah, I had heard that it was from them, but honestly, when I heard it in the trailer, I didn't. Those dots did not connect.
Really?
Yeah.
I recognized it right away, and I was like,
Really?
I loved it. I was just like, I think this is one of those just songs that you can't. It's impossible to screw that song up. It's just such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And anyone who sings it is gonna be good. So.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay, maybe that's not. You're right. But I look forward to Emma Thompson's version of it. Her cover of it as Mrs. Potts. Angela Lansbury when she did it at the Disney. I think it was D23 when she re-performed it after all these years. Mm-hmm. Knocked it out of the ballpark. So, guys, get hyped. Because think about it like this.
I think they're all hyped already.
You're already hyped. But think about it like this. Jungle Book was an adaptation of a Disney movie that, people liked and remembered, but they didn't really love Jungle Book. And that movie almost made $1 billion in the worldwide box office.
I feel like a lot of people loved Jungle Book.
Like the original or the new one?
Yeah, the original.
You loved it, but it didn't have the same association that say Beauty and the Beast did. I think Beauty and the Beast is considered next to maybe Lion King, one of the highlights of the Disney. It's something that's so beloved.
Yeah.
And I think that Jungle Book almost made $1 billion, so I have no doubt that Beauty and the Beast will make over $1 billion in the worldwide box office.
Agreed.
And I think it's actually it's competition in the next few months. I mean, Power Rangers might put a dent in its armor a little bit, but, I don't see Kong Skull Island or Ghost in the Shell posing much of a threat.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely different markets that they're going after.
I see Beauty and the Beast really not having any competition at the box office until Fate of the Furious comes out in April. Oh my God, that comes out in April. It feels like there hasn't been any hype for that. Maybe we'll get a trailer for that during the Super Bowl. Anyway, next up we have some reviews for some movies we saw over the weekend. The Founder, Hidden Figures, and Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions, surprisingly. Yeah, that's a weird one to have a review for.
Well, when did you watch it?
I watched that one. Okay, so we'll do Yu-Gi-Oh! First, I guess, then.
Okay.
I saw Yu-Gi-Oh! On Saturday at Tempe Marketplace, 10 a.m., and it was really cool because, I grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid, and it was always 10 a.m.s on the Kids WB, so I would always get up for that. So it was, kind of reliving my childhood. And the minute the movie started, you could feel the whole audience. I felt like back Saturday morning again because, you heard the theme music and you see all the iconic stuff. And what was it? It was really weird to see, how much the franchise has grown up with the audience because this is made to celebrate the 20th anniversary. And now, when the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie came out, Pyramid of Light, that was in 2004, so all the kids were still young. It was, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. This movie was 2 hours and 10 minutes long. I was
oh my God.
It was there was a point where I was man, these duels are going on forever. This is epic.
It's like Transformers.
It was. But I can't say the movie's good by any definition. It's not quality cinematic storytelling,
Yeah.
but as a fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise, it was legit awesome. It was confusing as hell, though, because it makes me feel old, because they're doing card moves that I don't understand. I was like, back in my day when I was a kid, I would own this game.
Do
and
people
now,
even play the card games?
apparently they still do, because
Oh, wow.
I had a coworker who bought, like, the entire starter pack for the movie. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
So, it was a lot of fun. It's not good, but it reminded me of Saturday mornings. And if you're a fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, you should check it out.
Very nostalgic.
Because Kaiba, we're going to talk about Seto Kaiba, this whole movie is an excuse to make him a dick, and he's so good at it. He's such a jerk. And Yugi has probably like the most best like owned moment. Like you can hear the whole audience go, "Oh snap!"
Was the whole audience just like
Oh,
guys your age?
It was like guys and girls. It was a bunch of people who grew up with the show. I didn't see really any kids there.
I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, that's why, because
it wasn't my
we
thing.
established that you didn't watch the Kids WB.
Yeah.
So that's why you hadn't seen Static Shock. But I mean, it was so cool. I liked it.
All right.
I'm glad I went.
So I watched Hidden Figures. He already did a review on it, so I'll just kind of touch up on it real quick. Like I said, the ensemble was amazing. Holy crap. There was one scene. Actually, there was probably like two scenes that filled me up with so much emotion.
Can I ask which scenes?
Well,
They're not spoilers.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
not like
so, obviously this movie, like, deals with racism, and, like, huge racism. And there were colored bathrooms, and then there were white bathrooms, and, this
scene is so
character
good.
has to run across, like, a mile or half a mile in the rain to go to her own bathroom, because there's no bathroom that she can use in the building that she's working in, and it was... she explodes with, like, her entire team that, like, she's just so angry about it because they're like, where have you been? You can't just keep going. And they're like,
It's such a great scene. Like,
it's such a great scene. I
that's-
will not reenact it.
like that's the scene that made people go, why didn't Taraji P. Henson get an Oscar nomination?
Yeah.
Because she
She's great.
owns that scene.
She was great.
And then Kevin Costner following that scene is awesome when
Yeah.
he tears down the bathroom sign.
Don't give it away.
Okay, spoiler alert.
His reaction is amazing, and I just want that to be everybody's reaction whenever they see racism.
Yeah.
But, that movie, obviously, is a story that had to be told. I had no idea. I don't think any of us really had any idea that was something that happened in history.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it took this long.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were written out of Apollo 13.
Mm-hmm.
That they were actually a part of the Apollo 13 mission, and they were just written out of the script. So
Yeah, that's so
I was
crazy.
like, man, that's like super shitty.
I mean, that kind of, like, shows you, like, how things are, though, in the world with race.
So Hidden Figures totally deserves its Best Picture nomination.
Yes.
And it's a movie you guys should check out. It's a real good time. The other movie review we have is The Founder. We'll make this one quick so we can get to our guest. But The Founder, I saw it's about the guy, Ray Kroc, played by Mal Keaton, and his, kind of creating the McDonald's empire. And it's funny because this was a story, like, I had seen on, like, History Channel, I think, when I was, like, 13.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing, like, those, like, food industry people. They did one on Wendy's and the Colonel from KFC. And this one is, like, a story that I knew, but I didn't know it this well. And Keaton really delivers because he plays that slimy, greasy, car salesman so well. You can see scenes where he's, like, channeling Beetlejuice, where his voice kind of goes into that, But it was really well cast. The entire, I think there were certain issues I had with, like, the cinematography and the editing, because there's one scene at the end I have no idea where anything is because the camera keeps jumping the line.
Yeah.
But other than that, all the performances are great. It's one of those stories that just kind of grabs you and it's really, like, engaging. Like,
Did it make you want to go to McDonald's afterwards?
it made me, like, really pissed at McDonald's because the way they screw over the founders, it makes me really pissed. But I was so hungry afterwards.
Oh my god.
It's like watching food porn.
But is that what
'Cause they
it's
show
meant to be?
They show a scene where, like, they're, like, eating a burger, and it's just in slow motion, and it's, like, it looks so good. And anyone who knows McDonald's food now, it's like, you don't go to McDonald's when you're hungry or when you want a good burger. You go there when you're running late and you need something quick and convenient. No one's happy eating McDonald's. Like, anyone who's...
I think kids are.
Okay, you're right. Kids are super happy to McDonald's. Adults, you're just sitting there sad. And you're just, like, really, like, you either hate yourself before and or after. Have you ever seen a grown person leaving McDonald's happy? No. But back then, it's like you see all these people are so happy to have a McDonald's burger. So you're wondering what
It
happened.
was before they knew what was in their food.
But it was really cool. You don't realize how much McDonald's changed the food industry until you watch this.
Oh, yeah, they totally did. I mean, you can't take that away from them.
So I'm not going to lie. I was like, at first I was like, I hate McDonald's. How dare they? But then the next day I got a burger and I got a fry and a soda because it looked so good.
That's gross.
So guys, guys, if you haven't checked out The Founder, you totally should. And now, moment is here. Bringing on the guest. Can we please get a welcome for Alexander Rogers?
How's it going?
How you doing, man?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
So,
all right.
Alex, you are here for your film. What was it called?
Eradication Code 6. And to talk about some cool things and the Dark Dignity premiere as well.
Yeah, can you
Yeah, I mean, that was a blast. And I was one of the actors in that production. So definitely shout out to Cassandra and Eva. They did a fantastic job from start to finish, from getting the cast together, getting the crew together, getting the locations, all the way to the Harkins Theaters premiere. I haven't seen something that impressive in a long time in the local film market. So.
Yeah, definitely. So you worked on Dark Dignity as well, right?
Yes, so I was an actor on Dark Dignity. I had a supporting role in it, and I've just been helping promote the film, get it out there, and it's been a pleasure working with them and everything. So.
Awesome. So tell us about your film.
All right, so Eradication Code 6. So basically, that is a film. It's a short film in my horror film series, and if you're interested in getting more information on the horror film series, you can visit the website www.37percentchance.com. Basically, that is a movie about a winter vaccine. You know how people get their winter vaccines. It's like this new vaccine the government creates, and it's supposed to cure the flu, cure the cold, and all these different sicknesses. But instead what it ends up doing is infecting people and turning them into something that isn't human.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a zombie film. It's action-packed. We have a lot of great actors in it. Local project here. We did the Eradication Code 6, and we did the sequel, and that's actually now available on DVD. You can get it on eBay, you can get it on the website. It'll be on demand here pretty soon. And I'll be sending you two and your show producer home with a free copy of the DVD today as well.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
So that kind of sounds like I'm Legend when you're telling me about like the
Really?
vaccine. No, not as in like a bad thing,
See,
but like that's kind of cool.
I was thinking Resident Evil. Like that's,
Yeah.
I've
heard that one.
I was like, that's totally an Umbrella Corp move right there.
Yeah, I mean that sounds fun. I like to see those movies.
I do too. Like I totally love those movies.
Definitely, the plot is definitely gonna keep you on the edge of your seat, and I think one of the things I enjoyed most about it is just due to the fact that how creative we were able to get with the storyline on how these people are becoming infected. It's not like they're coming out of the ground or the cemetery and there's that zombie hand, or it's nothing corny like that. It's just more so, okay, hey, maybe this is something that could happen in the future, where there's this vaccine that the doctors say is great and it isn't. So I wanted to kind of touch a bit on reality when it came to doing Eradication Code 6, and I'm really happy I was able to do that.
Yeah, something I've always wanted to ask, like directors that have worked on like zombie films, like how is it with the makeup, and like how do actors kind of like wearing it or don't?
I'm curious about that too, because I've done makeup before, and it's like
really. I heard that you did
makeup.
makeup before.
Yeah, so it's always really interesting to hear those
he
stories.
does my makeup every day.
I do.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why she looks that good.
That's a good question. You'd be surprised. A lot of actors like being zombies. Like people that you would never think would want to be a zombie in a movie. They'll show up. They'll be like, yeah, let's get the makeup on. Let's do it. We had so many zombie extras in Eradication Code 6. It didn't make any sense. I'm doing the credits, and I'm like, I think I'm forgetting some names. Oh, no. Like, I hope I get everybody. Because we had so many people. And the entire cast and crew were amazing from start to finish. For 0% Chance, Eradication Code 6, you'll see some of the same characters because it's a horror film series, and they were all great. And it's really been selling a lot of copies, and I'm really proud of what's in the works for the future. So
That's awesome. How many cast members did you have? Like, give me a ballpark.
So for that's a tough question. So for Eradication Code 6, I probably had over 30 cast members, maybe a little bit more than that. And then for 0% Chance, which is the sequel to Eradication Code 6, that was more of a smaller production. So I probably had maybe around 20, a little over 20 cast members.
Is that including the extras, the zombie extras?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Eradication Code 6, definitely more cast members. We try to make it look as Hollywood as we possibly can on a really small budget.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And I have a vampire horror film coming up pretty soon too. So
Nice.
You know, if you're a fan of vampires or Blade or any of that sort of stuff, we got that coming up, a really cool Vampire Slayer film. And a couple shout outs to some producers on that. We got producer Jared Kiesling, and he was actually a producer in Dark Dignity, so he's executive producer in that. We got Mark Waugh, we got Joseph Muhammad, Bill Heine, and we got Zachary Ruben Gomez as well. So we're really, I think I'm one of the, when it comes to horror films and action horror films, there's so few of us here in the state of Arizona, filmmakers that do like focus in on horror films.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's like the Western genre or romance or comedy, and that's all great. So the pressure is really on, you know, the horror film directors, even like Robert Conway. He's a great guy, a great director, and he's another one that does horror films. The pressure is really on us to deliver something that's going to put Arizona on the map when it comes to the horror film and the action film genre. And I enjoy the challenge. So
I was really excited. After you said Blade, because I was like, Blade 2 is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that's great.
So now I'm like super pumped. I'm always down for some more vampire like ass kicking.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. We're creating this really cool Vampire Slayer. We're mixing it up. We're going to have a magician, a female magician in there that's helping him out, helping him slay vampires when it gets too difficult. So I'm not going to tell too much of the movie, but the trailer, you could type in Zell on Facebook, and the trailer will come up, and you can kind of take a look into the kind of the Zell universe and the vampires and all that other cool stuff. So
Nice.
I'm
When
excited.
is that coming out? Or
So we're going to be going into production actually at the end of this month. We're going to be
nice.
doing casting calls. We're going to be hiring cast and crew, and this will be one of my biggest projects I'd probably say my second biggest project I've done, aside from my feature film, just because I have so many producers helping me produce this. So if you guys are definitely interested in any cast or crew positions, definitely contact me so we can try to get you guys working on that project. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a blast. So
that sounds awesome.
yeah.
I was gonna.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. So is Zell part of the, like you said, it's part of like a horror series? Is Zell part of like connected to?
No. Because remember, Eradication Code 6 and the 37% Chance series, that's zombies.
Ah, okay.
I
I thought you were building something good, like some big universe.
Well, you know, yes and no. I mean, I have some key characters and kind of a few different things. So, you know, we might do some type of, you know, what's it, the Avengers Civil War, something like that, where we bring all the characters back and something like that. But
I just got really excited.
okay.
I'm like super pumped now.
Yeah. So we might do something like that, but this is going to be its own standalone film. I wanted to just bring something new to the table, kind of take a break from zombies, and take it at that route. So,
As like a director, where do you draw your inspiration from? You know, in the horror genre, like what's your favorite film or favorite horror director?
I really like James Wan. He's the director of the Saw series, so I like him. A couple other horror film directors I like, if I could remember any of their names. Oh my god. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm not good with director names. I'm good with actor names, but not directors. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I like who's the person that does the Jason movies? I don't know the name of the director that does the Jason.
There's a different director for every Jason movie.
Okay. Well, I like the guy that does, I think, Rob Zombie. I like him too. So basically, I like anything that has to do with horror. I'm a huge horror film guy. I'm a fan of it. I like watching good horror film movies with the plot. And I mean like a good plot, like a methodical plot, not like somebody chasing someone around with a knife and they're screaming. I like some thought to go into a horror film if I'm going to be watching it, because it's time. Time is something you can't get back.
Yeah.
When you watch movies, so you definitely want to invest it wisely and make sure that you're watching something that's good.
Yeah. I think that's another you want to make the audience, care about your film, and that's obviously having a great story adds to that.
Yeah, it does, and I just really think my feature film Cast Out Unto Earth, and we're going to be releasing that here pretty soon, and that's in association with executive producer Lawana Fain. I had to really. I had 2 other writers helping me out in that feature, because I had to make sure it's about angels and demons, about a angel that was cast out from the heavens and now he's on earth and he's trying to take this girl to hell with him. But I had 2 other writers helping me out in that, because storylines are big, and I think it has the special effects in it too. But I think sometimes we focus more on the special effects aspects of film. And I guess it's all personal preference, but I've always been a fan of plots and storylines.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I kind of look at when I look at movies.
That's great.
Yeah.
So where can people find you online or follow your films?
So 37percentchance.com. That's my horror film series. So you can definitely find me there. Also, Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Alexander, so that's ALEXZANDER. I'm on Twitter as well, and you can type up the same thing. And definitely, shout out to Within the Frame. I love your guys' episodes. I've been watching them, and I think you guys are great. And I really like what you guys do for the local film community. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are very glad to have you on. And
definitely.
I also would like the record to show that we didn't get the memo. We were supposed to dress up. That's why he's all done up, and I'm wearing a Dr. Who shirt.
I didn't just want to come on and just throw on anything and just show up and be like, "What is he wearing? Why did he just walk through the door just looking ghetto?"
He made a good impression. He walked on and he beat us both.
You know what? I never dress like this unless it's for something related to work or something like this. But like when I'm just at the mall or something, I just throw on some basketball shorts. I mean, I'm just I don't care. I look any old kind of way.
See, I'm the reverse. I wear that to the mall. I wear this to work.
But when I'm on camera or something, I'm like, okay, let me put on a suit. I hate wearing suits, but it's all in good fun. So.
well, thank you for coming onto the show. We really
Thanks
appreciate it.
so much. I appreciate it. All right,
guys. That's all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in. Janet, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on YouTube, My Road to Hollywood, or Twitter, JanetSalas93.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RLFake94. And you can find my writings at janetsmyroadtohollywood.com and also Lie a Little Better TV. Or lielittlebetter.com. I keep adding TV because that's in the Twitter name. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week. So thanks for staying within the frame.